Hi, a good day to you. My name is Vivek and I am the IELTS trainer for Osprey Academy. Today I'm going to give you all a small brief about what is IELTS all about. IELTS is meant for those who are willing to go abroad and study, or probably if you're one of the candidates who is wanting to go abroad and settle down doing your work or job. So with IELTS, what can you do? You can prove your proficiency level, anything ranging from the average to the most proficient one. The reason why IELTS came into the existence is because basic, other than the English-speaking countries, all the rest of the countries around the globe have been termed as the non-native speaking people. So we in fact have a range of only 2% of underdetermined valuations up in English speaking, because that's what the census tells us. And that is the most important reason as to why IELTS came into existence. And very recently, in the last 15 to 20 years, 95 to 96% of the candidates from India have been migrating to different parts of the world, especially the English-speaking countries, because it's not due to the factors based on the education system out here, but they would want to graduate and pursue more to be knowledgeable and skilled. These two are the factors which is going to determine your life. And when it gets to the IELTS, I would not say that it is so difficult for you to face, because IELTS, the terminology of this, or rather the abbreviation to understand, IELTS is International English Language Testing System. This means you are going to just prove yourself based on the standards of whatever you have learnt in the past, educating yourself or getting out of the education after 16 to 18 years. And out of it, 13 to 14 years, we all have involved ourselves into the English language. So, based on that, it is a practical experience or an exposure that you bring along with your knowledge and skills to prove yourself up in IELTS. And with the IELTS, you have 4 aspects to prove your proficiency level. The one is the listening, and the reading, writing, and the speaking. These are the 4 metrics that we will have to prove ourselves. When it gets to the listening, it is not something that we are going to just hear, but it is just going to be based upon what you read from the questions given, based on the audio which is going to be transcribed, and you would be asked to write your answers as an outcome to test your listening skills. So listening and the hearing has a lot of difference, because hearing is just someone when calls you, you're going to respond or not. That is a different scenario or a strategy. But when it gets to the IELTS listening, what are you going to do here is you would pay attention to the requirements. Rather, I would not call this to be the active listening. However, the case here with the listening is meant to be the passive. So you are tested upon your passive listening skills, because a simple reason I will highlight here is because you are not just simply going to listen to every word which is spoken or heard in the audio script. Likewise, when we move on to the reading, what does reading have to do with? There would be 3 comprehensive passages attaching about 40 questions, and you will have to implement your comprehensive skills. Now, let me answer you the question comprehensive. Comprehensive is a thought process which runs in your mind based on your understanding level. So that is what is named as comprehensive. And I'm sure when you all were involved into your education, probably school, we had the specific comprehensive passages out there, where you will have questions of about 5 to 6, and you will simply have to write a hint at the end. So that is pretty much with the comprehensive. Now, when it gets to the writing, there are 2 tasks which are involved, especially when you are involving into the academic. One you would have a diagram or probably an infographic, and you would have to simply describe that in 150 words. And the second version of the writing task is the essay writing. I would say the writing task is the most easiest one because you are going to put a lot of thoughts and opinions out there. Meaning you don't have to be thinking too much logical, but it has to connect to the question being asked. So it is simply going to be tested upon how well can you describe a question based on a situation or an opinion. Now, highlighting factor about the writing is going to prove you how fluent are you in writing. So that is what is the skill which is required for the writing task. Now, similarly, when it gets to the speaking. Speaking is a task where most of the Indians, or probably the 70 to 80% of the people outskirts of the innermost part of India have got an issue with this because they do not have a background to speak English. And I would say, if someone is given an opportunity to study abroad, it's the most exciting one, and they think it's the most dangerous one though. However, the case here, when you put yourself with the best efforts, we can bring down the results on possibilities of 100%. So, IELTS achieving is not that difficult as you think, and as well, I would say, based on my experience that I've seen so far, because I've been into this industry for the last 15 to 16 years, the journey that I've carried so far with thousands and thousands of students, what I've seen in that, which is the different kind of professions that I meet, I get to learn a lot from my students. And when I learn, what I tend to do here is I am able to teach them well. And that is what is the secret to success. And even now. And here in Osprey Academy especially, we are going to give you the best strategies available. And me being an IELTS trainer, the reason why I tell you this is because IELTS is a practical exposure where you'll have to involve yourself into, and it's not at all something which deals with the technical aspect. And here with the Osprey, we will prove you the results as much as we can. It's just that if you are willing to put down your efforts, it's easy as it is. And if you have to join, please do come to us, and you have a good one. Thank you.
Osprey Academy.